Hello, everyone. It's Kenzie here, and welcome to the very first episode of the Kinx Jinx Podcast. Today's date is December 30th of 2021, and I am so excited to be starting this podcast, and I thought, what better way to start it than in the new year? So, this podcast will be coming out on Monday, January 3rd. That's today. If you're watching today, hey, thanks for watching. But and all other podcast episodes will also be coming out every Monday. I am hoping to post them every week, but I might slack a little bit. That's just my nature. But hopefully they will be posted on Mondays, the audio and video versions of this podcast. So stay tuned for more episodes. But in this episode, we are going to be talking about all about how we got here, how I got to this point, who I am, what kind of things I'm interested in, and what this podcast is going to be all about. So, without further ado, let's get into it and let's talk a little bit. I'm so excited to finally be talking to you guys in this format. I thought that this would feel really intimate, and I'm really excited to branch out in this podcast and maybe have some guests on in the future. Definitely, we've got a seat right across from me for a guest if I do venture out in that area. But mainly, what I am focusing on right now is just telling my story, and really just getting myself out of my comfort zone and trying to make consistent content. So, hey, I'm Kenzie. I am 22. I will be 23 in March of 2022. Born in 99, you know. And what else about me? I'm an artist. I'm an entrepreneur. I do many different things on the internet to make money for myself, how it is in the digital era. I am also super excited for this year, 2022, because I am a pretty spiritual person, and we'll get into that a lot more in later episodes. And I'll have you guys ask me questions and stuff like that, because that's a very hard topic for me to get into. My brain is all over the place, and if I don't make things concise and make a plan for myself what I'm gonna say, it's just a lot. So let's just not go there right now. But anyway, let's leave it at that. I'm a pretty spiritual person. Even though I wasn't raised with religion at all growing up, but I'm pretty spiritual now. And something that's big for me is seeing number synchronicities. So the year 2022 is really cool because obviously there's always 12 number synchronicities in every month, but this year there's just so many because there's a 2-2 at the end of every date. So I love that. And also just 2022 has 3 2s in that, so we're gonna have a pretty lucky year. One sec, I'm gonna look up the meaning of 222. So these numbers that people see, some people call them angel numbers. When you see a number that is repeating, it a lot of times just means that you should pay attention to that. And every number has a meaning in numerology. And just if you see a number and it feels like it's standing out to you, just look up number synchronicity and then the number, or numerology and then the number, or angel numbers and then the number, and you will find a lot of different things that might immediately pertain to what you need to hear. And I think that that's really interesting, and it's really funny with that because I will find that every time I look up a number, even if it's the same number that I've seen multiple times, I will get a different definition, and it's something that I always need to hear, which I think is just really interesting and a way to kind of connect with your guides or whatever you like to call them. So yeah, and 2022 is obviously a angel number, and this page is saying, so the number 2 is all about duality, balance, and adaptability, diplomacy, cooperation, two people, faith and trust, serving your life purpose. Wow, interesting. And then, and it's also like the number of like partnerships, love, and family, two, obviously, two people, relationships, all that kind of stuff. And also a lot of like the two, I need to learn more words. So like life and death, like those like dualities, I guess that's what they're called. All of those kind of fall under the number two. And the number zero apparently amplifies the energies of the numbers it appears with, making them more powerful and influential. So we have 3 twos and a zero in this year. So we are going to be experiencing a lot of the energy from the number 2 this year, which is very interesting. So this paragraph here says that the angel number 2022 can turn the most ambitious dreams into reality and reminds you to see the bigger picture and work with the details necessary to complete that picture. Take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life and trust that everything will turn out for the highest good in the long run. I like things like that. I don't know. I just like finding little ways to like connect with, I don't know, like higher dimensional beings or whatever. Like things like that I feel like are really easy ways to do that, and like tarot and like things like that. So I'm super interested in those types of things, so we will be talking about a lot of those things here. I also y'all are gonna think I'm weird. I really don't care, honestly. Like, let's just talk about me. Like, this is about me. This is the Kinx Jinx podcast. So yeah. I also keep track of keep track of what day in my life it is. So like how many days I've been alive. I have it written in my planner right now, but today, how many days old am I? Today I am 8,321 days old, and it's very funny that I have a 321 in my day today, because when I got on the scale today, my weight was 123, and I have a photo of that if you do not believe me. Let's just pics or it didn't happen, also no free feet, so we're zooming in. But if you can see, we've got the 123 on the scale. Anyway, so we went off on a tangent. That happens quite a bit in my line of work, in my my little head, So if you're an impatient person, or if you're like I'm talking about one thing and then it just kind of goes in a different direction and that annoys you, I'm sorry. And it was nice having you here, but you probably won't work out for us. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try and not say so much, because I'm realizing that I say it a lot and I'm going to have to cut it a lot. So obviously this is my first take, my first podcast, so bear with me. Anyway, next topic. Did it again, sorry. Something that is very important in my life, something that I am a big enthusiast of, is cannabis. Weed, marijuana is very, very important in my life. I just absolutely love this herb, this substance. She's my queen, Mary Jane, she's my girlfriend, and we love each other. And so, if you are interested in that, just know that pretty much every episode is a high episode. So, yeah, that's, hey. Also, what else? What else about me? So, let's talk about how I got here. Sorry. So, how I got here. I guess the beginning of my story always starts with I dropped out of college. I dropped out of college. I was going to the University of Alabama. I did 3 semesters there, and it was not for me. I was studying fine art, and I felt that the things that I was learning in class were things that I could very well and easily learn on the internet and by myself. So that is exactly what I did. I have been pretty much learning every single day since the beginning of 2019, and I realize that is a very long time now. It's literally 2022, so that has been 3 years in the making, but we are on our shit this year. We got a podcast, we've got a website, we've got all our socials are going to be popping this year. That is what I am so excited about. I am a very organized person. I'm very, I like to think things out, think things through, plan things, and that is what I've been trying to do with my social media for a very long time. Social media very much stresses me out in that sense because I like to plan ahead and I like to, have things in order, in line, ready to go. So I've been trying to get my social media game to that point. So hopefully we can make that happen this year. I'm gonna try and make some series on different platforms such as TikTok, etc., to really get engaged with you guys and hold myself accountable to the things that I want to achieve this year because they are very important to me and I need to get on my shit, okay? So, yeah. So stay tuned for many social media posts from me, Kenzie Jean, this year. Yes, queen. Let's just list off some other things that I'm interested in because I love a lot of things. Being in the digital world, you must learn a lot of different trades to be on your social media game. So I have taken a very much liking to, can I talk? I have taken a liking to photography and videography a lot in the past couple years, and those are two things that are very important to me. I have a website that is called Kinx Jinx, and that's basically my artistic brand, where I showcase all of my creativity and everything that I do, and that's where you can buy anything that I sell, or you can book me for any of my services and things like that. So that is what my website is all about. And Kinx Jinx just is, like I said, my creative brand, showcases all of my creative abilities and everything that I have to offer creatively. And then Kenzie Jean is obviously my name as well as my personal brand, where I showcase more personal things. So I was really conflicted when I was choosing the name for this podcast because I wasn't sure. Sorry, I don't know why the light just did that. Anyway, so I was really conflicted when I was trying to choose the name for this podcast because I wasn't sure what to call it because this is definitely going to mix in my creative side as well as my personal side, obviously. So, I was conflicted with choosing the name. But I landed on Kinx Jinx because Kinx Jinx is going to be pretty much I don't know, honestly. I really don't know. Like, I really am interested in doing music and things like that in the future. And I really haven't decided what my, like, stage name would be, whether it would be Kenzie Jean or whether I would go with Kinx Jinx. I really don't know. But, I mean, for the meantime, maybe I'll just call it the KJ podcast. KJ? But, like, then there's, like, Keen JC, so it's just like, I'm not K and J, I'm just KJ. But yeah, I don't know why the light's doing this. I'm really sorry about that. We're just gonna have to deal with it. So let's move on a little bit. Oh wait, I was gonna list off some things that I'm interested in. Right. So art, traditional art, such as like painting, drawing, things like that. Digital art as well. So many things I'm getting into. Anyway, those two, big for me. Okay, love fashion. I really would like to start designing clothing lines, merchandise, etc. Um, Also, really enjoy interior design. Absolutely love designing a good room. You guys will see that I designed my room recently, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Also, really love doing makeup, and I am into modeling as well as, like I said, I want to do music and what else? I always forget my list. Photography and videography, like I said. And a lot of these services are listed on my website. So if you're interested in seeing my work or booking me, then definitely check out my websites and my social medias. So that's me. I absolutely love taking street photos as well as nature photography, things like that. And I really am trying to up my videography game in my YouTube videos. And I'm definitely looking for an assistant and a videographer. Not well, I mean, I'm gonna be taking the videos, but then I need someone to edit. So, an editor, I guess, a video editor. So if you are interested and if you are in the Virginia area, let me know about that. Anyway, so something else that happened this year that was very big for me and was a very big reason why I hadn't been doing so well mentally and then also on social media and everything. So my parents were in a very toxic relationship for a very long time, and it really, really, really affected all of us the last 2 years mostly. Like since 2019, since I came back home from college, that's when it's been mostly affecting us. Or that I could tell. Obviously, like I left for school and then I was like a little bit okay, and then I was like really fucked up at school. And then I had to come home, and then when I came home, that was when it was really bad, and I knew that it was really bad and it needed to change, but it didn't change for about 2.5 years. So, this year, finally, my parents got a divorce. Thank the Lord. Um, Divorce isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a really good thing, and sometimes people put it off to save their children in a way. But really, really, it doesn't help. If you are in a bad relationship and there's other people who are affected by your relationship, definitely, definitely get out of that relationship if you realize that it's a bad fit for you and it's not going too well, especially if you have kids. I know that a divorce is going to be hard on them, but it's much, much harder on them to grow up in a toxic household like that. So, that is kind of what I've been dealing with for the past few years. But now, finally, everything is settled. They are finally separated. Me and my mom and my sister have moved to a new house, and I'm so excited because this house is amazing. The only downfall of that whole thing is that we unfortunately had to sell my childhood home, which was very, very sad. I've lived there literally my whole life, grew up there, and yeah, it was pretty sad leaving there. But there was a lot of bad memories there as well. So it's very good for all of us to finally be in this new space where we can fully thrive, fully be ourselves, fully just be free and safe. So very excited for this new chapter in this new place. As you can see, I have a beautiful podcast studio. Like I said, I made my room so freaking cute, and I will definitely be showing you guys in a YouTube video in the future. So stay tuned for that, and let me know if you are excited for that. There's a pond behind our house, and it's so fucking cute because there's geese and there's ducks, and they literally are so cute. Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I love it. So that is very exciting. I have a ton of plants. I love plants, and they are thriving here on my little plant shelf. I made a terrarium as well, and it is so fucking cute. So stay tuned for all of that content because I'm really excited to share it with you guys. What else? What else? Oh, I also have a dog. Her name is Luna. She is literally my entire world. She is a shepherd mix, I'd say. I honestly do not know what she is, and I really want to get her DNA tested so that I can see what she is 100%. Because that would be really interesting because I've never seen a dog that looks like her, and she is awesome. She's amazing. I love her so much. Anyway, that is my baby. She just turned 4 in December. She's a little Sagittarius baby, and she is my baby. Like I said before, I freaking love her. Another little thing about me, about us, I absolutely love to go camping and hiking. I love the outdoors. I love being dirty. I love, you know. Anyway, I love that shit. So catch me living out of my car this summer. So stay tuned for that little road trip. I'm really, really excited to do that. With my pupper, probably going to road trip like around the US and visit a lot of the national parks. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah. What else happened this year? I made some really good friends this year, some amazing friends. I have been manifesting friends who truly accept me for me and who stay with me through all of my hardest moments, and I truly, truly found that this year, and I am absolutely eternally grateful for that. And I am just so excited to make more friends like that and to have that kind of impact on other people's lives. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to in 2022. Making lots of good friends, making lots of good memories. So, like I said, if you're in Virginia, we just moved to Fredericksburg. So if you're in that area, let me know. Hit me up. If you're 20 something, hit me up. I'm down to chill and meet good people. Like I said, I love weed. I'd love to smoke with you. Let's get it on, bitch. um, all right, what else? A little downing subject is that this was the first Christmas not in my childhood home, which was a little bit sad, but it was happy because it's our first Christmas in our new home. Did you hear that crack? That's my chest. For some reason, my chest cracks, and it's been doing that for about a year now, and it's really weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but it literally just started doing that one day, like randomly. It literally just was like, hey, I'm gonna start cracking now. And now it does every day, multiple times a day, and it's really fucking annoying and really weird. So let me know if you're a chiropractor and you could tell me how I could fix that because I hate it. Weird. Another thing that I did this year is I went to two of my favorite cities. I went to New York and I also went to Los Angeles. And wow, saying that just gave me a little rush of adrenaline, dopamine in my spine. Anyway, so those are two of the places that I went this year that I was so excited about going to. I had such a good time. I'm so bad at putting out content. I really wish I wasn't. Like, I really wish I could just do it and it would be amazing. That's why I need help because it's hard for me. So I'm really sorry that I haven't been sharing any of my adventures, but hopefully this year will be the year for that. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was very fun. New York, I stayed around Harlem-ish and like right by Central Park, north east side, and in Los Angeles. This was the fucking bomb. My friend literally hooked us up. Well, his work hooked us up so amazingly. We literally stayed at the Ritz, in Marina Del Rey, and it was literally life-changing. Won't stay anywhere ever again. I'm a rich bitch now. You can't touch me, okay? Yeah. Is the lighting still good? I feel like my light might have fucked up, but that's okay. Sorry if the lighting or the sound or anything is fucked up in this session because, like I said, first time is a charm. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then when I went to New York, my other friend literally hooked me up because his friend has an apartment there and she let us stay there and she was literally amazing and she models in New York and she's literally so fucking cool. So shout out to her. You know who you are. Yeah. Yeah. What else? Okay. Now it is time for a recurring segment, but we're going to do a little part one, part two of this recurring segment. So, since this is the first episode, I thought that I would kind of share with you guys some of my favorite things to watch because I absolutely love movies. I absolutely love movies. I will watch a movie every goddamn day of my goddamn life, okay? Love me a good movie. Shows are okay. I have some shows that Sorry, I'm also going to have to figure out how to make my camera record longer than 30 minutes. Let me know if you know how to do that. Anyway, so, shows aren't my vibe as much because, I'll tell you this right from the fucking get-go, shows, I don't trust you fuckers to finish your goddamn shows, okay? So, if the show is not finished, done, end episode on there, I'm not watching it because I don't trust you to finish your show that you're making, okay? I don't trust you. I don't want to get stuck at a cliffhanger and then be on that cliff for the rest of my fucking life. No, thank you. So, I love me a limited series. I love me a good show that's already finished, whole thing all the way through. I'll watch that bitch in a week. That's my vibe. That is what I do. So yeah, let's just list off some of my favorite shows and movies, okay? This is where I get judged for real because I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes, okay? I just don't. I don't believe them because some of my favorite movies are like 0. Anyway, judge me. I don't care, okay? I love me for me, and if you don't, then hasta la vista. Okay, so my favorite show. My favorite show of all time is Futurama. Hey. Matt Groening. Hey. Love me some good Futurama. That shit is just it. I love sci-fi. I love animation. I love adventure type things, mystery. And I also just love I love stupid humor, but also I just love when things like tie back into each other like so deeply, That just is what I get off on when things like tie back to each other and you have like an inside scoop on the story because you've watched that episode before and then it's just like, oh, you know? When that shit all ties together, that's my shit. Anyway, so Futurama is a great fucking show. Also, two really good limited series on Netflix. Queen's Gambit. Love that one. Also, Maniac on Netflix. That limited series with Emma Stone and Jonah Hill. Loved that one. Loved that one. Anyway, movies. Okay. So, one of my favorite movies is definitely Interstellar. Okay. Matthew McConaughey killed that one. Avatar? Like James Cameron Avatar? I'm sorry. Okay, just hate me, okay? Just hate me. I love me, so it's okay. Love Avatar. That one is just so real. Like the way that they just perfectly summed up You know, if you've seen it, you know. If you know, you know. Anyway, love that one. That's such a good one. What else? What else? What else? Love the Harry Potters, obviously. Good action, not action, good adventure mystery type bish. What else? I love movies like that. I love the new Star Treks. Those are my vibe. I haven't seen the old Star Treks, so let me know if they are worth watching. If I like the new ones, will I like the old ones? Let me know. Um, that has been a vibe. I liked the Star Wars movies. They were pretty good. Pretty good. What else? You know, things like that. I love a good space movie. The Martian. The Martian, that's a good one. But the other thing about me is that I hate horror. Hate horror. Hate that shit. Don't like it. Hate me. Like I said. Whatever. Anyway. I love me a good positive vibe. Does that make sense? I love a good heartfelt moment, a good learning moment, a good thought provoking or like existential crisis provoking type movie, you know? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That one. That one. Truman Show, you know, Jim Carrey does no wrong, obviously. But yeah, yeah, those are some just off the top of my head, you know, some of my favorite filmographies. So, let me know if any of these movies are some of your favorite movies. I would love to find some nerdy friends that I can actually relate to. Hey, people see me and they're like, oh, preppy. Oh, bitchy. And I'm like, oh, I'm nerdy. So yeah. And then let's get into the actual part, the part two of the real recurring segment. This is how it's going to be recurring regularly. So, something. Oh, this is what it's called. Ready? Ready? What I've been watching. What I've been watching. That is what this recurring segment is going to be called. So, what I've been watching recently is I finally gave in. I know. I said I wasn't going to. I said that I wouldn't. And I did. I had to because I had to do it to him. You know, my good friend was just, you have to. You have to. So I did. I gave in and I watched them. And I'm addicted now. You know, I watched all the Marvel movies, okay? I know. Maybe you're proud, maybe you're upset. Anyway, I watched all of the Marvel movies, and I had already seen Iron Man like 100 fucking times because for some reason my dad loves that movie, even though he's never seen any of the other ones or knows what Marvel is or anything, because, you know, that's just like a fuck terrorists type movie type shit. Anyway, so I've seen Iron Man lots of times. So I decided to skip that one. So the first time that I watched them, I started at Iron Man 2 because my friend said that the first Captain America wasn't exactly necessary to watch for the whole timeline, and then Captain Marvel, you know, she just came in at the very end and like whatever. So, um I started Iron Man 2 and I watched every single movie, including the Spider-Man movies, except for the old ones. I only watched the new ones. I'm really sorry, but I really wanted to watch the old ones, especially because the new one coming out. Anyway, so I got through all of the Marvel movies, every single fucking one, and I loved them. I really did. My only complaint is that I wish they were a little bit deeper. You know, I wish that they like were like a little bit more like connected like that. You know, I don't know. Yeah, but and then so I watched all of them, right? Watched the new Spider-Man movies, all that shit. And then the new Spider-Man came out. The newest one. No Way Home. That bitch came out. When that bitch came out, I was sad that I hadn't seen the first 6 Spider-Man movies. So I definitely need to watch them. it just really confuses me because you go on Disney Plus and it says timeline order, and then you look it up on Google and it says something completely fucking different for the timeline order, and it's just like, bro, who am I supposed to believe here, you know? Like, who's right? And who's wrong, and where do we go from here, you know? So where do the old Spider-Man movies fit into the MCU, or do they? Are they even part of it? I don't even fucking know, because I guess they are a part of it now that the new Spider-Man movie came out, but like I don't know any of that story. So like where are they supposed to fit? Because like the other thing is that the Hulk movie obviously is not on Disney Plus. I don't know where to find that bitch. But apparently she fits in the timeline, and I didn't know it. And then I was watching the first Avengers, and they were like calling the big guy, and I was like, who the fuck's the big guy? Even though I knew who the big guy was, obviously, because I already watched them. So this is what I do. Let me know if you enjoy my ADD, ADHD. I don't even know what it is. I'm undiagnosed anyway, but you know how I just really see it when I'm talking to myself here to a camera, is that I jump all over the fucking place when I'm talking about things. Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Fuck, I was gonna say something and then I lost it. Am I even light? Like, can you see me? Can you see me? Damn, I was on a vibe and then I lost it. I feel like I'm really dark right now, and I'm really sorry. Um, that might have fixed the lighting, might not sure, honestly. Hey, so sorry if this lighting is weird or got weird for a minute. Like I said, first episode, jitters, you know. Okay, guys. I kind of lost my train of thought, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm sure I'll watch this back and then remember what I was gonna say and then want to like actually say it, but that's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Let me know if you have any questions on any of those tangents that I went on that I didn't finish, because I feel like that's gonna happen quite a bit. So let me know if you enjoyed my random ass tangent mixture type thing. I'm sure there's things that I didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about, and things that I did talk about that I didn't want to talk about. Anyway, so I will make notes of all of those things while I'm editing this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this very first episode, I'm sure it was a shit show, but we will get better with time. So, Kenzie here, signing off. Thank you so much for watching again. I freaking love you. If you're listening to the audio version, please give us a thumbs up or whatever you do on the podcast apps. 5-star. Give me a 5-star on all of those podcast apps. Love that for me. If you are listening to the video version, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel. I absolutely love you. Love you. Love you. If you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, the links will be in the description box, or you can just look up I am Kinx Jean. That's usually what it is, and then Kinx Jinx is usually my art one, but like sometimes it's like fucked up, so just click the links. Okay, anyway, thanks again. I fucking love you. Let's go smoke some weed. If you'd like to see more weed content, I have an OnlyFans also that I will be posting a lot of that stuff over there. This was really exciting. This was really fun. Thank you so much for being here with me. I love you. Love you. Bye.